In today's video, we're going to talk about how to create a screenplay outline. The two types I'll dive into are a writing outline as well as a step outline. Hi, my fellow screenwriting enthusiasts. It's Paul from Small Town Movie Critic. If you're new to the channel, we're all about helping you write that kick-ass screenplay by giving you tips, tools, inspiration, and of course, my favorite, product reviews. If you feel this is the type of content that will be good for helping you with your screenwriting endeavors, please feel free to hit the subscribe button below. As we do each and every week, I'd like to welcome to all of our new subscribers, at least the one that YouTube tells me about. I didn't know this until recently, that there's settings that people allow you to know who subscribes to your channel. So these are the people that I know who've subscribed to the channel. Otherwise, we don't know. But if I don't say your name and if you just subscribe, just know that you are welcome and thank you for your subscription. Now, this week I'd like to welcome the following names, and I'm going to butcher their names, at least this first one. So I'm going to write it here, and then we have Agent Roman 1V, and then Nikki, and I don't want to butcher your last name there, and then again Sai. I think is how you pronounce the first name, and here is your name here. Again, I just want to say, I just want to wish you luck in your writing endeavors and filmmaking endeavors as well too. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. And just briefly before we get into the content, you can also, in this video here, which is my 100 subscriber video, I've laid out a contest for winning a copy of Scrivener 3 and free coverage for your script by myself. You can find all the details in that video there. And I've extended the contest through July 1st. It's really easy to win as there's only 2 people entered so far. So definitely check that video out. And next week I will announce the winners of this contest. Now today we're doing a video submitted by one of our new subscribers, Nikki from previously that we mentioned, and she writes this. I thought I'd try my hand at screenplay with the goal of submitting it to the Final Drafts Big Break contest this year. I'm just learning about screenwriting, so video content that would be helpful to me would be a tutorial on how to correctly outline a script, not so much the margins, but the scene, character, description, layout. Thanks. So if you're looking for a specific software that you're using, let me know, and I'll be happy to do a quick tutorial on how to add scenes, characters, dialogue, parentheticals, and all those things. So if you're looking for at a specific program, Nikki, let me know and I'll be happy to do that. I took your question to be a little bit more general, just how do you outline for a script in general for just with the writing process. So that's what this video is going to be about. But again, if there's and anybody else too, if there's a specific program you want me to do a tutorial for, just let me know. I'd be happy to do that. Now, outlining is a very helpful tool as we think about writing our screenplay because it helps you see where you're heading. It also makes the process of putting the scenes on the page easier. Now, I'm going to give you 2 ways that I outline, and both these ways I use come from the FAST screenplay method. Now, if you're looking for an awesome course, which in my opinion is one of the best courses on the market, and I say that from personal experience, and I don't have an affiliate link, try FAST Screenplay. I'll have a link in the description below. Again, not an affiliate link. But and just to warn you, the program is very intense. It's really well done, but it takes a year to go through the program. It's not going to be something quick that you're going to pick up in 30 days. It's going to take at least a year, if not a little longer. And I'm still in the process of going through that. But it's a great program. Really helped me, really inspired me, got me making this channel. That's how passionate it got me about screenplay writing. So, if you haven't had a chance, take a look at that. And so the first thing I learned from Fast Screenplay was, and I think he called it something different, but I call it a writing outline. Now, if I have a first draft that I'm writing, I make a writing outline that helps me stay on target. So what I do is I create a timeline from 0 to 100 by 5s. And the reason that I go to 100 is because most screenplays are 100 pages. So at each 5, I put a word that sort of encapsulates what the scene is about. Every 20 pages, I write a phrase because that's where the big moments of the film should be at. Now, the writing outline is great because I can write to the next 5 minutes. So I don't get stuck because I know where I'm going. And this is a quick and easy outline to do, and it really helps with guiding your writing. Again, I do this for first drafts or projects that I'd like to just put down on paper. Now, the second type of outline I use is called a step outline, which is a very detailed outline of every scene in your story. And as I learned from Fast Screenplay, this is important because producers will expect you to know how to do this. Now, the nice thing about the step outline is that it creates a unique angle to view the progression of your story. You'd be better able to see the twists and turns of your story, see how the tension builds, and other elements that can get lost if you only see your screenplay sort of on a scene-by-scene basis. So I've pulled up an example of my step outline for my horror-themed screenplay. Here are the pieces that you'll need. The first thing you'll need is the slug line or the scene heading. In our example, you see interior police car. You can ignore the mention of the card numbers because you know how much I love cards, and that's something I'm just using with the fast screenplay method. As we think about the rest of the outline, there's a couple of things to keep in mind. The first being that we want to be straight and to the point. Don't use flowery language. Describe simply what the scene is, what happens in it, and only information which is relevant. With this in mind, we look at the rest of the step outline. Next, we create a single sentence which describes what the scene is about, and then we follow it with the elements that are going to be in the scene. And here's the example from my step outline. The detective and Max are driving around in the patrol car. So that's that one sentence that's going to describe that scene. And then I have the elements underneath that, which is the detective and Max are on a simple patrol. The detective starts laying into Max for how bad of a deputy that is. Max just takes it. As the detective is about to lay into him even more about not having any guts, they get a radio broadcast telling them that they need to get to the forest right outside of town. Again, you're looking for the essence of the scene. You don't want to include dialogue or detailed descriptions, and this paragraph that we have here should just be about 50 to 60 words. Now, when you completed your step outline, you're going to be able to see some very helpful things. You're going to see how the story builds from the first 5 pages to the first act turning point. Then you're going to see how the central conflict of the story builds from the first act turning point to where something significant changes at the midpoint. And then you're going to see how it builds with increasing complications in the second half of the act until you come to that second act turning point. And then you see how the crisis, climax, and resolution play out. You'll have a good opportunity to see if there's any holes which still need to be filled. And you can spend some time thinking about what might go into those holes as a logical progression because you've done so much work on your story. Well, I hope these 2 types of outline help you in your creative process. And before we end the video, I just want to give you a little update on my writing right now. Last week, I talked about working on releasing an audio drama based on Dagon by H.P. Lovecraft. I've written the script. I have a voice actor selected and a composer currently working on the music pieces. So I'm hoping you're going to release that in the next couple of weeks. So I'm excited about that. And if you have any questions about how to write audio dramas, which are very similar to writing screenplays, just leave it in the comment section below. Also, again, as I mentioned earlier, if you're looking for a tutorial on how to use different screenwriting software, please let me know in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to do a tutorial. Please let me know which software you'd like me to use. So now my hope for this week is that your writing goes well and your rewriting goes well as well too. I hope you've been able to carve out some time so you can work on that next kick-ass screenplay, because only you can make that next blockbuster that will help other people fall in love with storytelling like we do. So until the next video, keep writing and have a blessed day.